First tonight, the trained fighters who end up behind bars. It's emerged that 65 military veterans are being arrested in Nottinghamshire every month.
Well, now the local police are asking everyone who's taken into custody whether they have served in the forces. And they're working with military charities to try to get them help. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
They've spent more than a decade fighting wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and troops recruited here in the East Midlands have been in some of the toughest combat roles. But now that's taking its toll.
Some of those men, far too many, end up here in Nottingham's police cells after hitting the bottle and then getting arrested for violent crimes.
They've done their bit for the country. Where's their country support for them? That can sometimes make them quite angry, and then that can then turn into violence or through drink.
When you come out into civilian life, sometimes want to feel that adrenaline rush. For some it could be extreme sports, for others it could be alcohol, then into some form of violence.
So now local military charities are working with Nottinghamshire Police. Everyone taken into custody is being asked whether they served in the armed forces, and those who say yes are offered support.
I'm hoping it's going to make a massive difference. There's a lot of issues around alcohol, mental, physical health problems and homelessness, that kind of thing. All those things are drivers for crime, and if we can identify those veterans and try and get them help earlier, then we can try and keep them from coming back in through the cell block again.
I mean, I'd love to be able to do that nationally.
And this afternoon, the government minister in charge of policing came to hear what they're achieving, but is intervening in custody suites too little too late.
I do think there's some work that we need to do. When they come out in the armed forces, we do lots of things for them. We invite them into jobs and we see about their housing situation. Let's make sure they're well when they come out. So there's work that can be done there. But very often this doesn't show for many years after they've served.
What we're tending to still see now is guys from Falklands War, Northern Ireland. And the expectation is that there's going to be a hell of a bow wave there when we go 14 years down the line. We want to deal with that as soon as possible, and prevention's got to be better than cure.